Hi my loves, welcome back, and if you're new here, welcome. Here in this channel we talk about relaxed hair growth tips, protective styling, and so much more concerning the hair topic in general. So if you know you're interested in this type of content, please consider subscribing to join the family. So it pains me so much that I'm filming this video again because I've already filmed this video before, but unfortunately a part of the audio, like for the first half of the video, was lost, so I have to like refilm it again. So I'm going to be like combining the clips from this video and the first video I filmed, like in the first half, because in the second half of the video the audio was retained. So in this video I'm going to be sharing with you guys how I prep my braiding hair, or how I prep my extensions for braiding. So yeah, without further ado, we are just going to get started. I'm so sorry if the lighting is not the way it is in my previous videos. That's because there is no light right now. I'm filming this video last minute, so yeah, I can't wait for the light to come back on. So I am just currently filming with my LED light. So the extensions I'm going to be using to show you guys this tutorial today is the Darling Superstar extensions. Now this is the remnant of the ones I used when I installed my braids. In case you didn't know, I installed these braids myself. The video is already up on the channel, so you can check it out if you're interested. I also posted a video where I refreshed them as well, because we are currently in a protective style hair growth challenge. In case you didn't know, that's supposed to last for 3 months. I think we are about 5 to 6 weeks in. So yeah, after 1 month I actually refreshed this braids. So yeah, those 2 videos are up on the channel, so you can check it out if you are interested. So this is the remnant of the extensions I use for the braid installation. I didn't finish one full pack. If you've known me for a long time, or if you've been following my videos, you know that I don't like bulky braids or bulky hairstyles. That's why, if possible, I usually use at most just 1 extensions. Prior to now, like when I first started, I was using 2 extensions. That was when I was going to hairstylist salons and I didn't know about the relevance of the density, like of the proportion of the density of the braiding hair to the hair itself. So ever since I improved in my hair journey and I gained knowledge in my hair journey, I eventually started reducing the amount of extensions I used on my hair. So there were times I was using just 4 extensions, but as you can see, even now I don't even finish 1 extension. So I used half of the braiding hair for my first installation, but I noticed that some braids were not looking funny, because in some of the braids the density of the extensions were not like much compared to the density of the hair. So I had to add a little more during my refreshing. So this is the remnant after all those, after my braid installation and my refreshing. So this is what is left. So yeah, I forgot to show you guys this when I installed my braids, or when I first showed you guys this braiding hair, but it came with this, and this is the Profectiv Mega Growth Daily Leave-In Straightener. Guys, at this point everything is just pissing me off. So my battery from my LED light just died, and funny enough it was fully charged, so I think the batteries were fake. I hardly used the batteries, so I didn't really know about how authentic they were or how long they were supposed to last. So I think this is the second time I'm using the battery, and I am so disappointed. I think it has been on for less than 10 minutes and they were literally fully charged. But I'm still going to film this video regardless, because I'm not in the mood to procrastinate this video again. So yeah, like I was saying, this is my go-to moisturizer, the Profectiv Mega Growth Daily Leave-In Straightener. I usually buy this in a cup form. If you've been watching my channel, you see that I use this product a lot. So I was actually very excited when I saw this in the extension, and I'm really looking forward to using this. So yeah, for this tutorial, what we are going to be needing outside the extensions itself, I am going to be using my hairbrush, which we are going to need for detangling. Now you can use your hairbrush, you can use a hair comb, but I'll advise, or I'll recommend that when you are using a hair comb, make sure it's a wide tooth comb, unless you want to struggle with the detangling process. So yeah, if you're using a comb, make sure you use a wide tooth comb. So I don't want to bring this out of the packaging, because like I said, I already filmed this video before, so maybe I'll just insert a clip from my first video, but I'm going to be explaining it. So what I do is, like, for my braids, for these braids, I divide the full length of the extensions into two. So that's what I use for my braids normally, but for the purpose of this video, I decided to section it into four just to make things easier, because if I decide to section it into two and use it for this tutorial, you know, the length and everything, it may get really uncomfortable and it may be a struggle trying to like catch everything on camera, because when detangling my braiding hair or my extensions, I can't do it in like an enclosed space like this. I have to make sure I'm out in the open. I need enough room because of all the tangles or the knots I'll have to deal with. Like, prepping your hair for braiding is literally not that easy. It's definitely harder than it seems, but you get to find out that the more you do it, the more easier it becomes. When I first started doing this, guys, it was a struggle. So that was one thing you should know. If you just start doing this for the first time, you may find that it is a hassle, it is a struggle. You may even want to feel like giving up, but just keep trying. You find out that the more you do it, the more extensions you prep, it eventually becomes easier and you become faster with time. And it is one of the many hacks, or one of the many things I have learned in my hair journey that has helped me a lot. Because if you didn't know, if you are new here, I stopped going to hairstylist salons for like the past 3 to 4 months. So for like the past 3 to 4 years. So I have been doing everything on my hair myself, all my routines, my washes, my deep conditioning, my braiding, protective style installation, moisturizing, treatments, any other thing you can think of. I literally carry out all the routines on my hair by myself. I think the last time I went to a hairstylist salon was like 2020 or 2019, if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, it's so long ago. So I eventually had to learn all these things to help me like with installing protective styles on my hair by myself. I admit when I started, it was not that easy. In fact, when I started, I was not even prepping my braids at all. And there is a downside to that. When you don't prep your braids before using them, you find out that the ends of your braids become bulky, and then even when you twist them or braid them, they start to unravel because there is no tapering of the ends like I got in this. My braiding hair was prepared, that's why there's this tapering end. But when your braids are not prepared, that tapering end is not there, so the ends are bulky. So even when you braid or twist them, they eventually unravel with time. So I was having that problem when I was not prepping my braiding hair. So that's why I eventually had to learn, and I am so happy I did that. My box braids or my braids installation has improved a lot ever since then. So yeah, guys, I hope this basically covers all the audio that was lost from the first part of the video. And yeah, I'm just going to show you the rest parts like of the video where the audio was intact right now. So yeah, guys, I already divided and brought out the section I'm going to be using for this tutorial. And I also forgot to mention earlier, another thing we are going to be needing is a scissors. So this is the full extension. When I used it for my hair, I actually like sectioned it, like divided it just into two, but for the purpose of this video, I think I am going to have to waste a part of these extensions, because if it's too long, it may be difficult for me like to try and show you guys the process and all that. So yeah, I'm going to take a part of that and section it again into two. Like I said, for my hair, like when I braided my hair or when I braid my hair, I just cut it into two, so you don't have to like do this again. This is just for the purpose of this tutorial. So this is like cutting the full length of the extensions into four. So after this, the next part of this is going to be like working on the end, and we are going to do this by like trying to pull a strand of the extensions one at a time. So let me just show you guys what I mean. So these are the ends, so we are going to try and pick one strand at a time or a few strands at a time and drag them out. obviously you won't be able to pick every single strand of hair, but try as much as possible to get as many strands. So you keep on doing this until you eventually get everything. You notice that as you are doing this, the strands underneath your hands kind of like moves up as you are drawing the strands up. So like I said, you keep on doing this until you get to the end. So the principle behind this is that as you are doing this, you know you won't be able to get every single strand of hair. So the strands you get will form one end of the braiding hair, and the ends of the strands you were not able to get at this part will form the other end of the braiding hair. So when you are done, you find out that your hair is kind of like a little tangled in the middle. So when you are done with this step, the next step is to try and detangle it. So before you go in with your hairbrush or any detangling tool, you're going to start by sectioning the hair strands a little at a time. This helps with the detangling process. This is sort of like a form of finger detangling. So you do this until you are done with all the hair strands. So doing these steps actually make the combing or brushing part very easy. So yeah, as you can see, it looks a little bit more detangled. So after this, all you have to do is just brush through. So you have to switch up the parts that you are brushing to make sure to get every single strand or every single part of the braiding hair. So yeah guys, our braiding hair is fully detangled and is ready. You can go on to apply moisturizer if you wish, but most of the time I don't use moisturizers on my braided hair to try and avoid product buildup. So yeah, as you can see, the ends are tapered now and the braiding hair is actually longer. So yeah guys, this is how I usually prep my braiding hair before braiding most of the time. This is actually one of the ways you can prep your braiding hair. There is another way which is actually more easier than this, but this video is too long already, so I think I'm going to show you guys that in another video. So yeah, even after watching this video, you may not get it like smoothly on your first attempt, but just keep on trying, keep on practicing. The more you do it and the more time goes by, you find out that it becomes easier and you get faster. So yeah guys, that's it for how I prep my braiding hair or how I prep my extensions before braiding. If you have any questions concerning this tutorial, please make sure to leave them in the comment section down below and I'll make sure to get back to you. And if you watched this video this far and you enjoyed it, please don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. If you are new here and aren't subscribed, please consider subscribing to join the family, and don't forget to turn on the post notification bell so that you'll be the first to get notified whenever I upload a new video. So yeah guys, that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.